Hey guys and girls, welcome back. So I wanted to get some leveling in. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I did get uh, um, our main character to level 6 at least. There just isn't enough experience to grind right now for my characters. So we're gonna go turn in and see what we can do. What's that? A message maybe? There's a note stuck to the bulletin board. I've got some errands to run. Wrap up the case however you see fit. He's gone? Who wants to bet that he ran away because that case seemed like a pain in the ass? We can't rule out that possibility. Perhaps, but think about it like this. It's a privilege to be given the chance to solve a case however we like, isn't it? That said, what's our plan? Should we review what we know? Yeah, definitely. Let's get this meeting started then. First off, we should review all our info that's relevant to the case. The incident took place around midnight, 5 days ago. Members of both the Saber Vipers and Testaments were ambushed by an unknown assailant, possibly a group of assailants. However, the attacks occurred at 2 different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. The Testament's members was attacked in the alleyway to the west, and the Saber Viper got messed up in front of Ignis, which is toward the east. In other words, the attacks happened at opposite ends of the area. Exactly. By doing so, it made it hard for both groups to learn what happened to the other. And that leads us to the present, where each group blames the other for their members' injuries. Yeah, the only answer that makes sense is that there was a third party involved. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the others are pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. But you already have an idea who that third party might be, don't you, Lloyd? I do. They're the ones in control of Crossbow's criminal underbelly, the notorious Mafia, Ravash & Co. According to the intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted Mafioso snooping around the downtown district a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of that, however. Let's assume that Ravash was responsible for both attacks and continue our conversation. Well, that just brings us to the next question. What was their motive? Bingo. The answer to that is crucial. If we can't answer that, we're all the way back to square one. So it comes down to motive. There's hardly any conflict of interest between the Mafia and the 2 gangs. There must be a line that connects the 3 dots together. And once again, you already have an idea of what it is, don't you? Well, I can't say with absolute certainty, of course. I think there's one thing that connects these 3 factors. The only realistic possibility that comes to mind is Heiyu. Oh, right. Our grizzly friend mentioned him, didn't he? Our grizzly friend mentioned them, didn't he? That definitely feels like the most likely possibility. In that case, though, what about Heyu connects these three? In order to be connected, there has to be some sort of inevitability. For example, was it this connection with Heyu that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable? Yeah, that would explain some things. Oh? What you think, bud? Well, about that possibility Teal mentioned. What do you think Ravash would do if they found out Heyu was trying to establish a foothold in Crossbell? Well, I imagine they'd look to expand their combat capabilities. Recruit more people and upgrade their weaponaries, you know? Ravash should have no problem getting new weapons given their known smuggling operations. But how do they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally you'd hire Jaegers, but that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the constant surveillance put on us by neighboring countries. So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Erebonia and Calvert would never overlook the involvement of Jaegers. The two Diet factions representing them would likely react the exact same way. Oh, that's it! Lloyd, could the Mafia be recruiting the gang members? Hot-blooded and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a more perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia's presence in the city. Then again, they can't just barge in and choose whoever they like now, can they? Of course not. I mean, I could never see Wazy cooperating with the Mafia. I doubt Wald would bow down to authority either, be it from Ravash or the CPD. It's clear that he's not the type of person who would allow others to boss him around. So Ravash realizes this and plots to weaken the two gangs, intending to swoop in later and bag the remaining members. Hell, that must be it. Remember, this is still nothing more than a theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Oh, look at you being all modest. I think that your analysis of the situation isn't too far off from the truth, Lloyd. Your reasoning was sound and logical. You certainly proved that you acing the detective exam was no fluke. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's decided. Our next move should be to explain our theory to those two. Don't you think? Those two? You don't mean. I sure do. Walled Whales and Wazy Hemisphere. Leaders of the Saber Vipers and the Testaments. Will they listen though? That's the question. So I don't think they will. Are they coming toward us? Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored. Asking me to come here alone in the middle of the damn night. What do those cops think they're up to? Okay, so they... Wow. Wait, hold up. That's where the geofront is. Right? Why would we ask to meet there? Is that the last train bound for Calvert? Yes, I believe it was. Wazy. Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight, wouldn't you agree? Oh, this is rich. You pretended to be one of those CPD pipsqueaks to catch me off guard? You must think you're so damn clever. Fine, bring it on, pretty boy. You want to fight? Because I'm more than happy to give you one. You know, I'm always up for a bit of late-night wrestling, but alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. The hell does that mean? You'll see soon. They just arrived. Oh, it is us. Okay. I was about to say. You punks again. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? I'm not sure if fun is the right word, but you'll at least find it interesting. Ready for me to start? Hold the phone. Anecdote, fun. What the hell are you two going on about? Oh, Wald, you're such a simpleton. What did you? Surely you remember the incident that occurred 5 nights ago. They're here to tell us who the culprit was, obviously. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, Wazy. I assume you already had your own suspicions? Well, at first I thought that one of my members may have gone a little cuckoo. But as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Saber Viper's side, too. Sadly, that's as far as my reasoning could take me. Well, that simplifies the explanation a bit. Wild whales, I know there's still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we've found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we've come to with the information on hand. Any thoughts? My, how unexpected. To think that we played right into the Mafia's hand. Does that mean you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course. After all, Ravash sent some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moons and stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. Well, that's good to hear. That settles that side, then. So, Wald, were you also tempted into collaboration with the Mafia? Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Sent them packing real fast. Can't believe they actually had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Wazy, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. Wait, you can't. Such a short temper. Calm down, Wald. Acting recklessly will just lead to... The last time was merely jest, but you really are a simpleton. Say that again. You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it. The leader of the Saber Vipers, Wild Whales, waltzing into the Mafia's sight like a pig to slaughter. You have no chance. Shut it already. We don't know what'll happen till we try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that? Of course I don't. It's likely just a handful of mafioso were involved in this particular scheme. I say we give them a crash course on how us guys in the downtown district operate. Come to the final exam. They'll realize exactly who they're messing with. I'll require your help though, Wald. You need my help. Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. You'll be playing the teacher's assistant after all. We're going to be what now? Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I'd claim that makes it your obligation to properly educate the Mafia into leaving. Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Well, what exactly is Wazy talking about? I don't quite understand. Sounds to me like he's just taking advantage of poor Lloyd. Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory. Isn't it only natural to see this case through?
We're getting wrapped up into something big. This is going to be interesting, I'm sure.
"3 days have passed since the confrontation between the rival gangs has fortunately died down. The downtown district has been enveloped by a tranquil atmosphere, an atmosphere so peaceful that it has become uncomfortable. Then...
Look at these thugs.
It's way too quiet. We went through all that effort, and those dumbasses still haven't torn each other apart. Don't you worry. Those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. Our small spark, and everything will be up in flames. Those morons won't even know what hit them. All we gotta do is beat the crap out of an underling or two, and then we're good to go. As soon as you see one, kick his ass. And for your own sake, you'd better not get caught. Use a slingshot for a Saber Viper, and just bash one of those Testament guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys.
We're about to catch these dudes in the act.
Ah! One tiny blue bunny down. What a pathetic piece of trash. We don't got time to waste. How about you rough him up a little bit? Just be sure not to kill him. Business is business. Hope you don't hold a grudge against us. As if I'd let you. Hey! What? What the hell? Man, I'm a little bit shocked. I really didn't think we'd get you to fall for the bait this easily. Who the hell is this guy?
It was me.
To tell the truth, I'd be fine with cuffing you and taking you down to the precinct already. But I'm not sure how the force will feel about
Using a sting operation as evidence.
I'll have to let you go this time. Crap, don't tell me this guy's with... He's a cop! Not to worry, boys. He's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the hell they fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock-absorbing pad under my hood was definitely a good call, though. Damn it. If the boss finds out that we blew our cover like this... Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful toward your misdeeds. Would you prefer us to hunt you down? That may prove entertaining. Damn! Quit! Split it! Hey, hold on! Two of you, come with me. Blazy? Hey, hold on a second. Crap. What should we do, Lloyd?
Call Teal, call Randy. Call Ellie.
Come with me, Ellie. Randy, Teal, I'll leave the other group to you. Understood. Leave it to me, pal. It's a cop sting. It's a sting. Let's get him. Damn it, I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. We need to contact headquarters and request backup. Man, hold on. We screwed up the plan. Man, what if the boss gets a whiff of this? Damn. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we should at least... Did you think you could get away so easily? Hey. What? Where'd they get... When'd they get here? Checkmate. Yeah, that was easy enough. The ball's in Lloyd's and Ellie's court now. Damn those morons. Don't got much choice now. We'll have to go from the back. A valiant effort, but no dice. How did you catch up? Jump for it. And with that, they've cornered themselves. Phew, that was quite the wild goose chase, wasn't it? Ah! Sorry to disappoint, but your cute little game of hide-and-seek is over. Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender now? Look at you goddamn brats. Where do you get off being so cocky? Now you'll see what happens when you force professionals to get serious, but I hope you live to regret it. Get ready, guys. Looks like they're itching for a fight. Don't think we have much other choice. I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. They're coming!
Hey, he joined our party. Cool.
Yada yada.
Cool ass dude. Girly looking, but cool dude. Oh, you know what? I forgot I had this. Do some mild damage. Hey, countered. That's what you get. Sparkle. So he's like a martial artist. He uses his fist. It's interesting. Ow! Jeez, dude. Killing me here with that damage. Use this since we have it. I want to get Wazy's special, hopefully. Getting there. Hey, we got Lloyd's. Get him. Big hits. Get him, Wazy. Deadly Heaven. Damn! Overkill. God, you damn kids. Phew. They were no pushovers, that's for sure. One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm, too. I think it may have been manufactured in the Empire. Sounds like they managed to smuggle in past the borders then. By the way, Lloyd, I must say, that was quite the performance you put on. The dramatic confrontation and fall. It looked so real it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anybody else be the bait and put themselves in harm's way. And so you volunteered to take the role of bait for yourself. I was worried sick, you know. Sorry, Ellie. That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turnoff. Huh? Well, anyway, I was about to exact my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help. I look forward to any future alliance we may hold. We got him. You cocky little... Where did you get off running your mouths like that? Now you've done it, you son of a bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Ravash. You damn rookies will rue the day. All of the diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free. Is that what you think? What? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags, then beat the absolute piss out of you. Please. Hold on a minute. They're already defenseless. There's no need. Not to worry. You can leave the rest to us. Wald, try not to get too carried away, okay? They're self-proclaimed professionals, after all. Beating them to a pulp will only put a damper on their career. Ugh, whatever. Ugh. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt professionals like yourselves would want your bosses to find out that you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of rookie cops, even while taking them seriously. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well, now would it? Get bent, assholes. You'd be too large under if we were taking this seriously. Oh, what's this? Now, I'm no lawyer, but it's probably in your best interest to bow out. The media. Grace, what are you doing here? Tee, I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And much of it to my expectation. What an absolute feast of information. Oh boy, I'm dying to write about a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why, you're just some bitch from a puny news agency. You think you can take Ravash on? Well, our circumstances are more complicated than I care for. So I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this again, I can't promise that your group's going to be able to bail you out. Gah. Fine, whatever, we'll be going. But if you don't keep your word, lady. Don't worry your pretty little heads about that. To be fair, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water. Crossed the line again, and the little birdie told me the bracers might come get you. What? The bracers? Just a little FYI. Arias was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being the grand bracer he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time.
Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh?
That appears to be the case.
Oh, hell no. As if we'd ever be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arius McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here.
Oh boy, Arius McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. I've heard my fair share about his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing.
Just hearing his name is enough to piss me off. Screw it. Show's over, boys. Get your asses moving. We're leaving. Yeah.
I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. Would mission accomplished be more appropriate for you?
Yeah, I suppose so. Though I guess our original mission was only to stop the initial fight. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to fight with Wald anymore, right?
What are you going on about?
What? Whether the Mafia's involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change.
Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while, but our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it.
Hold on now.
If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression that he's joking. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, Abbess.
Our crusade has ended. Let us withdraw.
Yes, sir. Bah. What an incorrigible group of men.
Meh, leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it.
For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved their mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd?
Yeah, for sure.
Still, I can't shake the feeling this was a hollow victory. That discomfort probably stems from the fact that you rookies once again had to rely on somebody else to finish the job. How was that? Did I nail it?
No, that's not...
Boo, you're so petty. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to get the full picture? Only once you've understood this, can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother.
Guy?
Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty-night.
Yo, Lloyd, your brother must have been one hell of a dude.
Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was a talented individual.
Yeah, you could say that. There aren't a whole lot of people that would outrank him when it comes to persistence and efficiency on the job. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the annex and give Chief Sergei our report. I think I get the picture. Well, you're still rookies, so don't let the messy performance get you down. If something similar happens in the future, you should be able to handle it a bit smoother. Yes, sir.
He's a pretty strict boss, isn't he?
Surely you must have caught a glimpse of it during the case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well, yep, it's definitely a pain in the ass.
Crossbell's seedy underbelly. A cold, cruel reality made possible by the corruption of its leadership. Aptly put.
But the CPD isn't filled to the brim with a bunch of losers, you know. While some idiots decide to trade dignity for bribes, most of our detectives have self-respect and work with a strict code of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. For example, the politicians who degrade themselves by making deals with the Mafia for money and power. So how about it, Lloyd? Want to pack your bags, turn in your badge, and become a bracer?
No, sir. These barriers are the reason the special support section was established, right?
Oh?
Protect civilians above all else. The Bracers Code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing, the sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, and the collusion of the Mafia and officials. They're all problems that lie outside the Bracers' jurisdiction.
He's got a point.
So even the supporting gauntlet still has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Despite the countless barriers standing in our way, the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. He's right. We, as members of the SSS, might be able to latch onto this possibility. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero.
Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the Mafia. How can a guy look so calm and collected, yet act so hot-blooded underneath?
I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still working with everyone? Help me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd.
I'm at a loss for words.
A bit too cheesy for my liking. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. Although, I suppose I'm being too idealistic again.
Well, I'm sure this won't be too bad. While it's true that the idea of the SSS was initially met with opposition and resistance, you guys can use this division however you see fit.
Chief.
Sure, I might not be able to directly bail you out of trouble, but if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and tick off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys.
I appreciate it, Chief. So you're going the laissez-faire route, are you?
Jeez, I get what you're gunning for, but aren't you a bit too chill about this, Chief?
In other words, our chief here is trying to evade any mess we may throw his way.
That's what's called veteran experience. Will the SSS become a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild, or will it transform into something new entirely? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks.
I like the Chief. I like these guys, so I like them a lot. This is a good start. This is a nice entry point. I'm digging it. It's fun. That was the end of the prologue. The S3 plan. Alright, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the prologue of Trails from Zero. Next time we start whatever chapter 1 is as we continue on as the SSS. I'll see you then.